The last dogs that we have for you today are another bonded pair. They're a little bit more evenly matched than the bonded pairs that we had on the show previously, Reed and Bassoon. These guys are Bob and Marley. So the black and tan Chihuahua mix is Bob, and then the white Maltese mix is Marley. They are a little bit older. So Bob is listed at 7 to 8 years old, and then Marley is listed as 4 to 5. They are probably the shyest dogs that we have on the adoption floor right now. They too don't really know how to walk on a leash. They're very nervous at first. They're learning how to trust people and how to love people, but one thing that they have down pat is their love for each other. Marley is probably the more fearful of the two. He really looks to Bob for comfort. Bob is starting to come out of his shell a little bit more. He'll run up to the front of the kennel and kind of inquisitively, and then he runs back to the back. Whereas Marley kind of just stays in the back, and then if Bob goes to one side or the other, then Marley just kind of follows Bob around, and they sit together, and they really rely on each other to feel safe and happy. They are friendly when they know you, but again, super cautious when you're a stranger. They take a little bit of coaxing to do everything. These guys are not house trained, so whoever takes them on would need to be willing to really work with them on house training, on confidence building, on walking on a leash, all of those types of things. They were hard to test for a lot of things, so Marley wasn't interested in any of the things, so we couldn't test Marley for food or object guarding. As far as Bob, Bob couldn't test for object guarding, but wouldn't really able to test him so much on food aggression either, but he would take a hand feeding. They're cautious, Bob, and then he starts to lean in and enjoy touch again as he gets to know you, whereas with strangers, Marley will just shut down a little bit. And then he's still tense, but once he gets to know you, he'll be a little bit more interested in that interaction. So again, somebody who's got a nice quiet home, maybe not a lot of kids, or if you have kids at all, older kids who are going to not be running around, somebody who's very patient, and a stable home as well. If you're interested in these guys, because they are seniors, you get $20 off for each of them for being a senior, and then you get an additional $20 off for adopting too. You can visit them here at the shelter, 1832 Rosemont Avenue.